Okay, so yeah, should be recording now, hopefully. So, yeah, just thought I would do a video on the new Currency Wars mode. So as you can see, I've been playing it quite a lot today. Specifically, it's past midnight. That's why the date changed. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go over this Aglaea build. Well, not that one. This one. That I've been running when I can. Stuff. It's probably the most consistent and easy to run build for climbing this mode. So as you can see, I've been trying a bunch of different ones in the in-game modes of like all different types. I found that Dot is pretty good as well if you can get an early Black Swan, especially if you get an early Heistland, or if you get like a Dot emblem like I had here. So I was able to run like 6 Dot, which is really strong. Of course, so this mode's kind of like TFT. Teamfight Tactics, if you've ever played that game, or just like auto chess games in general, which I used to stream some Teamfight Tactics stuff occasionally. So yeah, this is a really good matchup for the Aglaea team anyway. At least the first one and the last one are. Kafka's kind of awkward for it. This boss also has the TV screen, which is annoying. Actually, we probably just cannot win this one with the rapid cooling. Like, the rapid cooling looks really annoying. I mean, maybe. We do run Hyacinth in this team, so that could work. I think we'll start with the random forecast, and then we can sell it if we need to. For Aglaea. Or maybe we run it if it's anything decent. I want to do an Aglaea. Okay, yeah, it's not. At least I think that Lucha is pretty bad. Here we can just do this. That way we get 10 gold at the start, so we get a little bit of extra money flowing in. And we already have a Tingyun at the start, which is pretty good. Because my last run took me forever to get a copy of Tingyun. Even though I had 3-star Aglaea pretty quickly. Yeah, these first 2 rounds are free. Pretty much, like, you'll instantly kill them. So, no need to worry about them. Just grabbing all of the 1-star characters that we can. You can combine the 1-stars into 2-stars, or the 1-cost ones into the 2-star variants because they sell for 3. Although if you go for the more expensive 2-stars, they do make you lose money occasionally, so do watch out for that. These first 2 rounds don't really mean anything. Just try to see what you can get out of it. I mean, obviously, if we get something really good, we can do that instead of Aglaea, but 4 random 2-cost characters. Insurance isn't bad either. Perfect projector. I mean, we are going for 1-cost build, so I do think that's pretty good. Okay, we just got Saber there, though. I mean, Saber can carry us. Early, we just run like this, grab you, so grab you, place. If we can just have Saber carry us in the early game, chill. Try to keep all those 1-costs on our bench. Hopefully with Saber we can win streak. The goal is still to get Aglaea's. We don't really have the good items for it, so we might just pivot into going for a Saber build. Because we need boots for Aglaea to really work. Yeah, my Saber is E2 S1, so it's pretty strong. And then my Hyacinth's E0 S1. They do use your stats for that kind of a thing. Looks like we're actually not going to be able to win streak, but that's fine. Because we're pretty early into the game, so the damage isn't very much. Just means that we don't get as much money early, which is a bit unfortunate. There's our first Aglaea, which is good. Of course, we can run like that for now. We need to make money. There we go. And then we can convert one of these guns. Okay. Yeah, for Aglaea, you want to get 2 of these, and then you get one of these for free. With the right build, I can show you the thing that I normally follow is this here. It's like a starting point. You can deviate from it as you go. I guess I should probably do it because I've been running it a lot, so. But yeah, as you can see, you want to get 2 boots. These will let you get a bunch of speed over time. And I do keep the game on autoplay during this as well, just because it speeds things up. And it's not like the autoplay would really change too much. There's only like certain teams in this mode where autoplay actually has like a really big impact, and it's kind of just like casters with Hyacinth. It's one that I've noticed. Yeah, you could just mark the tracks for those. It doesn't really matter, because all you need to really keep in mind is that you want your Aglaea to be full build. If we can't get a good Aglaea build, we might have to pivot into something else, but we have until we reach Cocolia to decide. I don't know why I put Saber off filled. There's kind of not a reason. It doesn't really change anything, I guess. Yeah, I just had a game where Aglaea did 8 billion damage to the final boss to be able to take it out, so. And I was able to get a double S rank to get a little bit further into this difficulty. You have to climb 20 ranks to reach the max, and I do want to not only reach the max rank, but also do some clears at the max rank with different builds and stuff. Make videos on that, but just thought I would do a video on what I've been kind of planning on doing to climb through all of the higher end ranks and stuff, because it took me a while to find a fairly consistent thing. So I either run this, or if I have a really good dot opening, you can run that. I've been trying to run Casterus and stuff, and you can, it just requires you to get a really good build. Kind of the same thing with Finon, but Finon's a little bit difficult because you have to reroll at 3 cost, which is a lot more expensive than rerolling at 1 cost. But yeah, I didn't really get as good of an opening this time as I did in my direct last game, but yeah, still no boots, so we don't really have items, but this is a Saber, which isn't really doing much, so I think we should just flip, yeah. We really need the boots, even though everything else in the shop, as far as the characters go, is really good. But we have to start getting copies of boots. And also copies of Aglaea are nice as well. I don't think it's worth rolling until you're level 5 and stuff, whenever you can start like slow rolling for Aglaea copies. It's fine to lose to the first boss running this as well, because as long as you get your items and stuff, then you just win streak throughout the final stuff. Because you will get the 3-star Aglaea, as long as you're slow rolling. That's the nice part about this setup, is that it's really consistent on getting the... Like, you'd have to be extremely unlucky to not get 3-star Aglaea by the final boss of the second phase. As we can see what happens, and I may be speaking too soon and jinxing the run, but... And you only need about 2-star on Tingy, you don't really need any more copies of her after that. The thing to keep in mind. And I was able to win with a 1-star Hyacinth in the last round, but 2 is probably better. If you can grab it without going under your balance. Because once you get about 50 gold, that's when you want to sit and just let it roll from there. But yeah, our little thing's gonna expire. Oh, and the Aglaea's frozen. Yeah, that's the thing about this run, is that we do have a chance of freezing whenever we use skill points. So that will be really fun to see what happens late game. And everything, so. The free refreshes are tempting, but you do have to actually beat the enemies to be able to do that, so we're not really in a good position for that. So yeah, this round we will probably lose, and the next round we're kind of guaranteed to win. There are certain situations where you can lose it, but like in the last game I had, I didn't lose it, but I had a thing that made it where whenever enemies get to like 1 HP they get a heal, so it made it where it was a little bit tedious to do some of the final ones. It's technically only a 15% chance to freeze whenever you use the skill points, but don't be surprised if I have that happen a lot. There's an item you can get on your Sunday that makes it where you can resist some crowd control for a few times, but it might not be enough depending on how much crowd control there is. Because we're not only going to have to deal with the ice from the debuff, but also, like, crowd control from enemies and stuff. We've got Kafka in phase 2, so... who has electric resist, which is going to be a little bit annoying for Aglaea, but if we can get some early true damage, then we should be good. But yeah, you can see Aglaea's already dealing quite a lot of damage. Even just at the moment. And this is with the trial Aglaea as well. So you don't actually have to have anything fancy with the character for this to work. Yeah. As long as we're making money, we're still good. Trebi is good. Looks like we can run Trebi over Saber for now, so that way we can get an item on Aglaea. I like to put the units that I'm going to be keeping on the side. And yeah, we're filling up our bench with 1 cost, so that way they're not taking up slots in the store whenever we refresh. And we can also sell them to, like, have a little bit of extra money down here. So now we can do a little bit of rolling. You don't really need... we don't need that saber for now. 1, 2. Here, let's just sell these and see what we've got over here. Okay, we got an Aglaea copy. I think this is good for now. We can grab that. So yeah, we are gonna lose this round, but it should be fine. Because even if we lose it, we won't die. We'll just be at like 1 HP. And then we can see what happens after that. Kind of have been low rolling a lot of stuff, like all of our items are a little useless, unfortunately. But this mode is really like RNG heavy. Makes it really fun whenever you high roll. Sunday is fruitful. And they instantly got frozen again. Now my hyacinth frozen. We're actually doing pretty good damage for one item, Aglaea. What this item does is it makes it where you deal more damage the faster you go. So, with this setup, whenever everything's in motion, then that's gonna be where a lot of our damage is coming from. You get it for free from having the 3-day demigod bond. And then whenever you get to 4, you get this item, and then if you got to 6, you would get this, but you don't really need to get to 6 for this build. But yeah, I was actually able to go from A7 to A8 using 2-star Aglaea as the carry instead of 3-star, but once you get to A8, you kinda need the 3-star. If you can do a little bit more damage, there we go. I think this will make it where we take a little less damage whenever we fail. We definitely don't have enough damage to clear for now. There we go. So yeah, we didn't even drop down to 1 HP, so kinda chilling for now. Don't need to get rid of our boots for now. And now we kinda need to get some copies of Aglaea, even if we have to drop quite a bit of money for it. I think because we're so low on money that we probably should use the dupe on Aglaea. We did have to dip quite a lot. I kind of forgot that that was going to happen, but it actually works. And we can go ahead and level up and put in our wah. So now should be fairly strong. And we can technically put this on Aglaea already. Yeah, I need to get 3 more boots. At the minimum. And then probably more, so that way I can get some items that further boost speed. Yeah, now we should be able to win streak for a bit at least, which will get us some health back. And money. Yeah, it's better to maybe grab a few of the 2 costs on your roll down for the 1 cost characters, but you don't want to grab the 3 ones because it's way too much money. You can save them for later. Yeah, you can argue that I was supposed to save the dupe as well and use it on a different character because we were only 1 Aglaea off, but the last copy is the one that's going to be the hardest to find. Statistically, so. I think this would be the better outcome. And yeah, as you can see, the damage is already increased a lot. Damage and HP is good. I kind of do like the energy. Because, yeah, there's a lot of fights where it's like these TVs. And they always drain your energy, so having a little bit of initial energy kind of helps mitigate that some. Yeah, we're also still acting like the good thing about this team is that it's able to get out a lot of actions late game in this early turn as well before you're actually on a timer, because now all of the actions will be a bit more important, but it gives you some time to ramp up your Aglaea because like you need to have 10 actions from your Mimosprite to be able to get this fully built up. Which also boosts your damage, which is why it's kind of a good idea to grab some early like protective items and stuff you remember right as well, because you don't want them dying and then having to restart gaining stacks again and stuff, so that's why I went for the shield with the Hyacinth thing as well. Yeah, if you have E1 Tribby, then that also helps in this point of the build as well, but my Tribby's E0 S1. Yeah, we are still positive on HP, but not win 3. And there's boots, which is good. Pretty much always when I go for item. Very rarely do you go for the character. But yeah, even this one item, like, my damage is about to skyrocket a lot, because this item, anytime that you take an action with Aglaea, pretty much you're gonna get a stack. And so that's why you take 2 of them, because it speeds you up each stack, which then feeds into your other item, which makes you deal more damage the faster you are. So yeah, we're just getting into the other turn, and we already have this stacked up to 3 times. And you can turn off autoplay and check to see how fast the Aglaea is. While a lot of the time, in other builds, you can be a bit more flexible with the items that the characters are running. With this specific build, you do want to make sure that your Aglaea at least has the perfect items. The support items can be a bit more flexible, but Aglaea's items do kind of need to be perfect, is the one great, or not great thing about this build. It's good if you have the items and stuff. Like my last run I had pretty much the perfect items, but this one, the items have been a little bit harder to obtain. One I need. Which is pretty much just get as many of the boot items as possible. There's a item that you can make with a boot and one of these like bulletproof vests that make it where pretty much want to choose that one there. You can make it where you get some extra speed whenever the person that's wearing that item uses their ultimate, so you can give that to all the supports. I might as well hold on to this site. Or not Saritra. For now. Yeah, this will be a little bit of a preview for the final boss, I guess. Didn't get any stronger between this round and the last round, so it might be a little close. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can beat Kafka at the moment either. We might have to roll down and see if we can find the Remembrance Trailblazer might be able to help. Because they have energy and they have true damage and action advance as well for Aglaea. So kind of more than just like the actual treats, the units have their actual abilities and stuff to keep in mind as well. Yeah, Sunday is asleep, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that'll wake them up. And now Sunday's frozen, but it's about to be a Hyacinth turn, so not really too effective. Yeah, another thing to keep in mind with Aglaea is that each time that you're increasing your speed, you're also making it where you're using less actions during the turn, so the faster you can get your Aglaea, the more actions you can do before running out of turns. That energy there was actually pretty well timed. Yeah, we're almost to the point where we've scaled. Really just need the other anti-grav boots, but easier said than done. Okay, we do get one pair of boots. Then. Okay, nice. That was kind of orangey. Oh, and we also got Remembrance Trailblazer. Either that, it's kind of worth the level. I know that the Remembrance Trailblazer isn't listed on the setup here, but that's why I mentioned that you can kind of go off the setup, because I don't even think that Saber is really that useful in this team, because you're mainly relying on your Aglaea's damage anyway, so. Confidence Injector could actually be pretty good. Sunday. And then batteries, perpetual engine, which we don't need. Yeah, this should be able to beat Kafka, but it'll be close. We've got all the items that we can need. But yeah, Remembrance Trailblazer activates that effect as well, because you have Sunday and the Trailblazer, so they're both on the Express. The bad thing about the Remembrance Trailblazer for Aglaea is that she's kind of too fast to be able to keep the mem buffs uptime properly. Yeah, now we also have the energy thing going off, and it will deal some passive damage as well, which will help. But Aglaea's damage will be the main source of damage on this team. And now we've got true damage kicking in. And it is notable to keep in mind that Kafka is resistant to electricity, so Aglaea is not necessarily at an advantage or anything here in this fight, but still doing quite a lot of damage. I was gonna pause and show that, but everyone's gotta take their actions real quick, it seems. Also, notice that we've stacked this up and we still haven't even gotten to the actual turns. Once it's Sunday's turn, that I can show that Kafka resists electricity, but it might be a minute. Okay. So yeah. If we look at Kafka, lightning rounds, there we go. And if we want to see Aglaea's speed right now, it's quite high. Yeah, we were actually able to defeat Kafka before we were able to defeat these things on the side. I'm actually gonna sell... Or no, we can hold on to Saber. Because I want to get a copy of Anaxa. I'd rather have Anaxa than Saber. Fragility could be good. We'll need to keep that in mind. We can give that to Tribi. It makes it where the enemies take more damage. Which is kind of something Tribi already does, but... doesn't help. Or it doesn't hurt to stack that further. Yeah, you also get this buff for having the train show up with this team, so that also helps. You can see these TVs can be a little annoying for this team, but still able to get enough energy. eventually. Yeah, Sunday might be able to get off an ult eventually, but we'll see. He'll at least be able to get off a skill here, which isn't bad. I really do need him to ult though. I mean, it might not matter in the end because Aglaea's kind of dealing some damage. There we go. Have 1 billion damage. I mean, it's gotta be the Eidolon. And we are looking for Cyrene still, so. I wonder if this makes Triby E1. They did just deal true damage, so maybe. Yeah, it looks like it, actually. The real big thing is Sunday E1 and Aglaea E1, I guess. And Hyacinth. They're all pretty big. I don't really know what Hyacinth's doing. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, my Hyacinth kind of took 5 years to ult, so we might actually lose this. Because Sunday died. Or maybe not, maybe Aglaea has enough time to scale.
like a wisp of silk. Thus our fates become one. All light shall be revealed.
Just barely, actually. That was pretty close. Think we want this for Sunday. Yeah, as you can see, this is the one that makes it where you can ignore some crowd control. Now, I do think this is kind of a weird time to level, but I want to start to try to see. We'll do this for now. Doesn't really matter who gets it. Yeah, that does make things a little weird. I guess we get rid of Tribby.
Thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Unless we can get an item that allows us to have both, but yeah, Cyrene is going to make a really big difference. That's why I wanted to roll down. So do need, I guess, them to start cooking. It's these TVs, man.
Thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Don't farewell. Fight as one. All light will be revealed.
Once we get one Cyrene, we're in the clear. Just getting to that point is a little tough, whenever your Sunday's permanently drained of energy. And now we're good. But yeah, Cyrene also gives the guaranteed Sunday ult.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Don't blink, we romance, never be absent. Thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on you for now. Do need the energy. And let's see. Ultimate damage amplification. Enhanced basic attack. Okay, so yeah. It's actually pretty big damage diff.
Thus our fates become one. So fragile.
Let's see, we did 1 billion damage in the last one. Let's see how far we can go with this setup, if it's any better. Okay, we don't need Aglaea to die though. We also don't need Aglaea to be frozen. Okay, Aglaea is dying and frozen, which is two things they said that we didn't need because it just cost us like 50 years worth of time, but it's okay.
All light to be
Surely Hyacinth will do anything this game.
Thus our fates become one. So fragile.
Like, how is my Hyacinth this slow? With 200 speed.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies. No great concern. Show me the way. Fight as one. Thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed. Flowers bloom for tomorrow. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May romance never be absent. Don't blink. Cleanse hatred with love. Rewrite destruction with me.
Fiends or devil. I'll crush them all.
Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies. Thus our fates become one.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Fight as one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed.
Yeah, unfortunately my Aglaea got one-shot 50 times in a row at the start because of really unfortunate targeting, so that was a really good way to have that happen, I guess. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that ended up not being worth. So we kind of need this one, I assume. Let's see, we have 41, and then if we do this, we're at 49. Yeah, we don't have enough to level up, so let's see if we can't get 2-star Cyrene with really low odds. Honestly, we can do this just so that way they're at least doing something. Um, okay, that changes things. Well, we already have 3-star Aglaea. Certainly a way to end things, for sure. Well, I guess I give this to you. Guess we can see how this goes.
The saw fates become one. We can do anything.
2 billion tribute damage.
To be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Don't blink. May romance never be absent. Cleanse hatred with love.
15 billion on Cyrene, okay.
Star the skies.
Yeah. You could also just have that happen to be able to get your clear, I guess. But yeah, that was me trying to show the Aglaea build. But I mean, as you can see, it did work for most of the game. At least you just have to have that happen at the end, and then you're able to win for sure. You know, but yeah. As I showed at the start, I had used it on my previous run as well. Was able to clear, and I had used it in this run, which was my ascension to the next rank from A7 to A8. That's my first time running it, and that was with 2-star Aglaea as well. So, yeah, or not my first time, but that was like one of my early ones. I have like a few like from matches ago where I like tried to run it with like different teammates and stuff and trying to min-max it and stuff, but yeah, this is the one that I've gotten to be the most consistent. I think it was probably the 5th time that I've run Aglaea like that. So yeah, it's just not, sometimes I would try different setups or just try to do it in a different way, but yeah, there we go. Got some of those extra challenges done. So yeah, as you can see, I've been like spamming a bunch of different teams and everything, so there we go. There's some of the other runs that I've done. I was able to get a really good follow-up attack run as well. Like if you need other strats to be able to clear in some of the higher ranks, follow-up attacks and dot are probably the easiest outside of Aglaea. Aglaea is like the most consistent one I've been able to set up, but dot is really easy if you can get a good start for you. Like you pretty much have to have like a perfect start, and then if you're in that position, know what to do. And then dot's really easy, and it's kind of same thing with follow-up attack. But as you can see, there are times where I like went for the wolf instead of follow-up attack for that one, then ended up working out. Break just doesn't work as much as I've tried it, and then same thing with pretty much any of the 3-cost rerolls don't really work for me, at least. Maybe if you have the characters on your account and you aren't using the trial ones, it might be easier, but same thing with break. Like as you can see, I'm using trial version of Firefly, but I mean, my Rappa's doing like nothing because Rappa's a 1-cost in this mode. So, I mean, that's not to say that all 1-costs are useless. Aglaea obviously being really good, but most of the 1-cost carries are pretty bad. Another 1-cost that's surprisingly good is let me see, yeah, Cypher. Forgetting her name, but yeah, Cypher is also really good with her ability to do like a ton of true damage. So if you can get a good like setup with her in it, you don't even have to have any stars on Cypher for her to be able to deal a lot of single target damage. But yeah, it's just like the way that her passive works. I kind of want to try out some more stuff with her because I feel like there's got to be some setup that's really good with her. Like I wonder how good she is with like Cyrene, for instance. But yeah, obviously not every run is going to be as good as this one at the end there. Literally like last second. That was kind of a sell your board and try to afford that for sure angle. Which can happen if you ever, like, if you're playing TFT and you get like a 3-star 5-cost angle, there are times where you just sell the board and see if you can get it, and if not, might as well see what happens. But yeah, as you can see, I'm on a 2-game win streak. That I would have been on a 4-game if I didn't go for casters. I had a really good early game setup, so I figured I would try it. But yeah, I wanted to go because like what I did was I got this, which makes it where you use HP instead of gold for levels, and then I had like a pretty good blood flame demigod thing going on for casters. But yeah, I just wasn't able to find the items for it and stuff. I don't think it's really worth playing casters at this point. Plus, the enemies had like a thing that made it where whenever I would drain my character's HP, they would lose max HP. So it would literally make it where my Might had like 1 HP from him using his abilities, which didn't really help things that much. But yeah, there's like certain things where Casterus is a little bit harder to play. Like, I don't know if she's like that good in Wealth Creator 4 because I haven't, or like Wealth Creator just because I haven't really tried her too much there. As you can see, I've been just trying to climb up Wealth Creator, but at least in Monarch of Capital, when I tried Casterus, yeah, you can see that run didn't go well either. A lot of my runs didn't go well. There were a few high roll ones that went well, but this is even with like peasant slot items. So yeah, I think it's because I focused like too much on Jingliu as well, maybe. And Jingliu's not that good in this mode, but yeah. That's just what I wanted to show, was an Aglaea build and stuff. And just to show that I have been running this a lot, and I've been playing a ton of Star Rail recently. I've probably done 150 runs, maybe, of this mode. Like, I've played it a lot. Like, I've played it way too much this week while I've been sick and stuff, just trying out a ton of different characters and stuff. So I want to be doing a bunch of videos whenever I unlock the highest difficulty and doing a bunch of different runs with different teams and seeing what works. And then if it only ends up being a few teams that work at the high level, I could do a few high level runs and then do some runs in like the standard area, which I believe the standard is this ring here, right? Or no, it might even be lower. I think the standard's like, no, it's not bronze, it's amethyst gold. Yeah, that's the one. Whichever one makes it where you lose HP. I feel like that would be a good one to start. Maybe we do Monarch of Capital runs instead. Because I've been trying, as you can tell by my previous runs, I've been trying a few different things in Wealth Creator outside of just Aglaea. And I haven't really been able to get them to work. I mean, I really only tried this and then Dot worked. But I mean, even in Monarch of Capital, I was struggling with some other stuff, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Whenever I get to Wealth Creator 20, I believe is the max rank. That's my current goal. I'll be streaming on Twitch the day that this comes out, and I'll be doing a bunch of runs in Currency Wars to try to get to Wealth Creator 20 on stream as well. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end things for now. Guess I'll see everyone in the next one.